I think it's an interesting question when you ask, where to begin. Because the origin story of Hollywood Hammers, it still is one. And the moment that idea gets away from you, the moment you think you're done beginning, it's such a short-sighted goal. You think, I'm going to look back 3 years ago, compare myself to who I was, where we were 3 years ago, is such a mistake. If you're going to ask me an origin story, if you're going to ask me where we began, it's easier to just tell you to keep following, to keep coming with it, to keep joining us on this journey of self-discovery every day. And esports is every day. There's no off season, there's no off switch. You're gonna miss something because you sleep, if you even get a chance to sleep. I don't remember the last time I actually had a full night's sleep because something just happened in the middle of the night that you gotta correct it for. We have people all over the world, we have players all over the world. You can't make everybody happy at the same time. So if you're willing to take that sacrifice, you spend those extra midnight hours, you burn that midnight oil to make your players happy, to make people outside of yourself something better that they can become, which in turn maybe gives you this fleeting idea that you're making yourself better, that you're making people around you better. Maybe that's what keeps you motivated. Maybe that's what pushes you hard to keep going into esports, because it's not easy. Absolutely not easy. And as a person with responsibilities and a person who surrounds himself with more responsibilities, it never gets easier from the day that you decide, I love esports and I'm gonna do it. It's a passion project. Am I really doing esports, or am I redefining what I know from other industries to go into a competitive market where there just happens to be growth? Maybe we're here to redefine what an esports organization is. We're young, we're hungry. You don't grow from that unless you think you're better than other people in the same industry. It's a very, very leveling experience, very humbling experience to be in esports. And if you think otherwise, maybe you really don't belong here.
As I was sitting a few rows back here, a young man sat down next to me by the name of Kima. And so I struck up a conversation with Kima. And that conversation just began to grow. And the more I learned from Kima about esports and teams and team management and tournaments, and my enthusiasm grew. And it kind of solidified my resolve to see the Chinese theater dive deep into this area. Grauman's Chinese Theater was built in 1927, and when it was originally constructed, it was envisioned as a movie palace. A movie palace is someplace special. It's not just a movie theater, it's a place where Hollywood comes to basically celebrate films. They hold their red carpet premieres here, looking at the Chinese theater and feeling it's a very sacred place to celebrate and enjoy the film industry. In 2016, we held our first eSport tournament. I was blown away by what I saw. I saw a lot of younger people who were here in the Chinese theater watching a competition, participating in the competition, and really enjoying the competition. So what was very clear to me from that moment forward is that we need to be involved in esports. We need to take an asset like the Chinese theater, one of the best known movie palaces in the world, and we need to set a path in bringing this exciting area to life. What the Chinese theater is doing here is the tip of the iceberg in the sense that other cinema owners could also participate in this. We envision a network of what could be 100 Hollywood esport theaters across the country, and even hundreds around the world, working together as a unified network, hosting tournaments, coordinating tournaments one theater to another, and creating a real infrastructure that tournament organizers and players can go and enjoy the sport. I want to see the Hollywood esports really help bring support and recognition here at the Chinese Theater to the world of esports and tournament play.